but I was there, I kind of saw it. So I might have, anyways, I'll ask you nonetheless, what is the infrastructure situation in Kazakhstan?
So, and it is an important one because you've got a big country in Kazakhstan, as we talked about, right? Ninth biggest country in the world. The oil and gas is on the western side primarily, near the Caspian, and so where we're located, we're kind of more on the eastern side. It's probably a 3 hour plane ride to get between 3.5 hours. So big country. But yeah, going back to my the earlier point, because we're in an area that is already has operating mines and has now for more than 60 years. So the fifth largest coal mine in the world that operated, I guess that started in 1954 and still has a 100-year reserve behind it. So you've got the heavy rail, you've got some of the, believe it or not, highest voltage power lines in the world that are there because you've got power generation there that supplies, I think, about 75% of the power needed for Kazakhstan. And that is thermal coal, but that is also now something that the Kazakh government is transitioning. They're transitioning to gas because, of course, they produce a lot of gas in the western part of the country. So you're seeing pipelines that are moving gas then to different parts of Kazakhstan and beyond. And last year, furthermore, actually, they passed a resolution, referendum, in fact, to move towards nuclear power. So infrastructure is really good. You're not having to deal with mountains. You're not at 5,000 meters above sea level and worrying about altitude sickness and hyperbaric chambers. You're 250 meters above sea level. You've got a four-lane paved highway, 3 hours from the capital city. And the only bends in it really are to go around past producing open pits. So it's pretty flat and easy to get around to.
Talk to me maybe a little bit more about water here specifically as well, Darren. Where would water come from for these operations, and what are the water rights situation?
So I mean, it obviously would vary depending upon, where you are in different parts of Kazakhstan. So I can't comment, again, more broadly. A lot of the copper operations historically have been down and around Lake Balkhash, which is to the south. Where we are, you've got the Boshkul copper mine, you've got coal mines, other sort of copper gold VMS type projects, which I think you visited when you were there as well. And so it's really a combination from rivers, but also underground aquifers primarily. So there has been some hydrologic studies done over the years, and in that area, in fact, what you see not too dissimilar from Canada, in fact, where you get snow cover and moisture in the wintertime, that melts. You'll see a lot of lakes that are relatively shallow that are around that entire area. In fact, if you look at a Google map, you'll see lots of lakes that are around in the area when all the snow melts in the spring. And then the whole sort of process repeats itself again in the wintertime when the snow comes back. So that's likely how water for any sort of additional mines that are developed in that part of the world would come about.
Do you happen to know how deep the water table is there?
It's not incredibly deep. I don't know offhand specifically. I mean, obviously you've got a pretty deep pit at the coal mine right adjacent to Ekibastuz. But as I said, I mean, you've got plenty of shallow lakes that hold water all year round. And so I mean, you've got water. It's not like you're looking for some sort of deep aquifer that's 1,000 meters down. It would be relatively shallow
Hmm.
and near surface.
Yes, well, having been there, having seen it all, it was really, it was impressive. I don't think I ever thought about infrastructure in Canada.